But have you ever imagined that at 75 years old you still walk thousands of steps every day, feeling like you're doing everything right to stay healthy, yet suddenly one unexpected fall, just from missing a small step, could change your entire life forever? A fractured bone, a hospital stay, loss of independence, and a pain that isn't just physical, but a quiet fear that eats away at your spirit. Where did I go wrong? This isn't a distant fantasy. As an orthopedic doctor with over 40 years of experience in California, I've seen hundreds of patients, hard-working Americans, who believe walking is the golden key to longevity, only to discover a harsh truth. Walking alone isn't enough. It won't save shrinking muscles, it won't waken quick reflexes, and it won't protect you from deadly falls. And today, in this video on the Everyday Vital Path channel, where we share the most authentic daily health pathways, I will reveal a secret few people know. 5 simple exercises, no equipment needed, that can change your destiny after age 75. But wait, this secret isn't for those content with a halfway life. It's for you, someone who dares to look aging in the eye and say, I'm still in control. If you feel that worrying rising inside you, subscribe to Everyday Vital Path right now to support us in bringing deeper, more meaningful videos that help you live healthier every single day. Don't miss out, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And now, take a moment to reflect. What do you think is the biggest enemy to your health after 75? A. Not walking enough every day. Or B. Forgetting that your body needs deeper challenges to stay truly strong. Comment your answer A or B below, and share your reason. I'll be reading and responding so we can discuss together. Lesson 1. Controlled farmers carry walking slowly while carrying weight. During my 28 years as an orthopedic doctor in California, I've watched thousands of patients walk into my clinic saying the exact same thing. Doctor, I walk consistently 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day, so why am I still falling? And every single time, I gently ask them to stand on just one leg for only 10 seconds, and almost all of them wobble, reaching for the wall immediately. Some give a shy smile, others quietly look down. That's when I know, walking, no matter how good it is not enough to keep us steady once we cross age 70. Last year, there was an elderly woman named Linda, 78, a former ballet teacher in San Francisco. She told me, her voice trembling, I'm terrified that just standing in the kitchen waiting for soup to boil, just 30 seconds my legs feel like they'll give out. I'm afraid I'll become a burden to my family. After just 6 weeks of practicing one-leg stands every day while brushing her teeth, waiting for the coffee to drip, washing dishes at night, Linda sent me a video of her standing on one leg for a full minute, holding a frying pan, smiling ear to ear. She said, I feel like myself again. Science is very clear on this. A major study in the UK followed 1,700 people over age 70 for 10 years and found that those who couldn't stand on one leg for 10 seconds had an 84% higher risk of early death. And in Germany, simply training one leg balance reduced falls by up to 43%. No medication, no gym, just one leg standing. I want you to try it right now. At home, just standing near a table or wall for support. Lift one foot just a few inches, not high. Hold it, even 5 seconds is enough. Can you feel it? A whole system of tiny muscles waking up, the ankle, knees, hips, core, even the neck. All whispering to each other, we're still here. We can still protect you. Age doesn't take away our balance, forgetting to train does. And today, I just want to remind you of something very simple. With just a few seconds a day, you can still stand strong like an old tree in the wind. Are you ready to take back control of your legs? Try it right now, and tell me in the comments how it felt. I'll be waiting for your update. Lesson 2. Controlled farmers carry walking slowly while carrying weight. Do you still remember the feeling of carrying the heavy grocery bags from Costco back to your car? A few years ago, an 82-year-old man named Robert walked into my clinic in San Diego. His hands trembled as he set the plastic bags on the chair. He whispered, Doctor, I can't even carry 2 bags of oranges anymore. My son has to run out and help me. I'm so embarrassed I don't dare go shopping alone. I looked at him, then at the hands that were once the hands of a carpenter. Now the veins stood out, but the strength was gone. I told him, we're going to bring that sense of control back, and we're going to do it by shopping inside your house. The exercise I gave him has a simple name: farmer's carry. Just hold to water bottles, 2 bags of rice, 2 thick books, anything moderately heavy, and walk slowly through the house, from the living room to the kitchen and back. 30 to 40 seconds per round. Rest. Repeat 5 to 6 times. That's it. 3 months later, Robert sent me a video. He was carrying 2 10-pound bags, walking around his backyard, whistling an old country tune. He laughed. Now I'm the one waiting for my son to catch up, not the other way around. Science explains this very clearly. Grip strength is the strongest predictor of longevity we have today, stronger than blood pressure or cholesterol. I want you to imagine a day when you're 85 or 90, still carrying a bag of potatoes from the car to the kitchen, still taking out the trash by yourself without calling your kids. That sense of freedom, it's worth more than gold. Today, all you need is to find objects of moderate weight, to water bottles, to cans of soup, and walk a few steps in your home. Walk as if you are carrying both your memories and your future in your hands. Are you ready to take back the right to carry, to be independent again? Try it now, then come back and comment how many pounds you managed. I'm waiting to see your progress. Age is just a number. Your true strength is already in your hands. Lesson 3: Isometric wall push. Static wall push. Have you ever stood in your garage, leaning your back against the wall, feeling like the whole world was weighing down on your shoulders, wishing you had something to lean on without shaking? I remember Tom, 79 years old, a former Marine in San Diego. He walked into my clinic, back straight like a soldier, but his hands trembled as he held a cup of water. He whispered, "Doctor, I can't even push my garage door open anymore. It feels like my body is betraying me." I didn't give him dumbbells, didn't give him machines. I just told him to stand in front of a wall in his home and push. Push as hard as he could, as if he were pushing fear, pushing age, pushing everything heavy out of his body. 10 to 15 seconds at full effort. Rest. Repeat. That's it. 6 weeks later, he sent me a short video. He was pushing the wall, face red. Then he turned the camera around, and behind him was the heavy garage door he had just opened with one hand. He smiled, eyes shining. "I'm a Marine again, Doc." The magic of wall pushing is that it awakens what scientists call the rate of force development, your ability to turn on strength instantly. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that people over 70 who trained isometrics like this increased their instant force by up to 40%, while traditional weightlifting only raised it by 22%. Meaning when you trip, your body can stiffen and protect you in a split second. But to me, what's even more beautiful than the numbers is, it gives you back control. No gym, no equipment, just you and a wall. Each push tells your body, I'm still here. I'm still strong. Today, find any wall in your home, the kitchen wall, the bedroom wall, anywhere. Stand an arm's length away. Place your palms on it. Take a deep breath. You'll feel your chest warm, your shoulders tighten, your core brace. And a strange realization, you can still protect yourself. Try it right now, just 10 seconds. Then come back and tell me in the comments, how much of your strength did you give it? I'm right here, pushing with you. Old age isn't the enemy, it's just a wall. And today, we're going to push it a little farther away. Lesson 4. Chair squats without using your hands. Do you remember the last time you sat down on your sofa and stood back up without pushing off with your hands? Without grabbing the armrest, without needing support? I'll never forget Helen, 76, from Pasadena. She walked into my office gripping her purse strap tightly, her eyes red. She said, Doctor, I don't go out to dinner anymore. Every time I stand up from the table, I have to push on the table, pull the chair. People stare at me. I'm so embarrassed I just want to go home and stay there. I didn't say much. I pulled up a regular chair, asked her to sit, then stand up, without using her hands. She tried, and the chair made a sharp clack as she dropped back down, her face flushing red. I smiled gently. We're going to reclaim the dignity of standing up. Every day, she did just one thing: sit down on a chair, then stand back up, slowly, without using her hands. The first 5 reps were so hard she cried, but by the 4th week, she sent me a voice message. David. Today, I stood up from the church pew after Mass without holding on to anything. I stood there for 1 second, and it felt like the whole world was cheering for me. Science calls this the sit-to-stand test. A major European study, following tens of thousands of people, found this. Those who cannot stand up from a chair without using their hands have a 5 to 6 times higher risk of early mortality. On the other hand, just 12 weeks of consistent practice increases leg strength by nearly 30%, walking speed by 15%, and most importantly restores the courage to step outside again. I want you to picture something. One day, you're at a restaurant with your kids and grandkids. The meal ends, and you rise smoothly from your chair, back straight, without bracing on the table, without needing anyone's help. You smile as you walk, as if telling the world, I am still here. Today, all you need is a chair in your home. Sit down slowly, then stand up slowly, without using your hands. Just 5 reps. If it's too hard, lightly use your hands at first, then gradually let go. Each time you stand, you're telling your body, I can still take care of myself. Are you ready to reclaim one of the most noble human rights, the right to stand up on your own 2 legs? Try it right now. Then come back and comment. How many reps did you manage on your first attempt? I'm sitting here too, standing up right alongside you. Standing up is not just a movement, it's a declaration that you are still fully present in this life. Lesson 5. Standing hip circles, looking straight at the camera, one hand lightly holding the chair, the other slowly drawing a large circle with the knee, speaking in a soft, late-night story tone. Have you ever missed just a tiny step, just one, and your whole body tilted to the side? Your heart nearly stopping. I see that every day in the clinic, and most of the stories begin the same way. Doctor, I was just twisting to reach the remote. And then, Maria, 74, a Mexican woman from East LA, once danced salsa so beautifully the whole neighborhood called her Reina. She came to me with sad eyes. I'm afraid to dance now. Not because my legs hurt, but because my hips are stiff. When I twist even a little, I lose balance. I'm not Reina anymore, I told her. Let's practice your very first dance again, slowly, in place. Every day she did just one thing. Stand by the kitchen counter, one hand lightly holding it, lift her knee, and draw the biggest circle she could forward, to the side, behind, and back like she was drawing her old salsa steps with her hip bones. 8 to 10 circles each side, slow like listening to a bolero in her mind. 2 months later she sent a video. Standing in her living room, no support, gently circling her hips to Vicente Fernandez, eyes closed, smiling. The caption said only, La Rapina have vuelto. Studies from the University of Maryland are crystal clear. Weak hip abductors are the #1 cause of sideways falls in people over 70, far more dangerous than slipping forward. Just by practicing hip circles, lateral stability increases by 31%, and your ability to take a life-saving step during a loss of balance improves by nearly 20%. But what I love most isn't the numbers. What I love most is this: you reclaim the right to turn your body without fear. The right to glance over your shoulder to see what your grandchild is doing. The right to bend and pick up a dropped towel. The right to sway a little when an old song plays on the radio. Today, all you need is a kitchen counter. Lift one knee toward your chest, then gently draw a big circle with it. Slowly, like you're sketching the most beautiful years of your life into the air. You lines feel your hips open like a door that hasn't been used in a long time, suddenly letting the light in. Try it now, just 5 circles each side. Then come back and tell me in the comments, what song were you hearing in your mind while circling your hips? I want to know the song that brings you back to the time when you were the queen, the king, of the dance floor of life. Hips aren't just for walking straight. Hips exist so your life can still turn, still sway, still dance, until the very last day. Lesson 6. Heel to toe walking. Looking straight at the camera, I stand up from the chair and take slow heel to toe steps across the living room rug, speaking softly, as if afraid to disturb something fragile. Have you ever walked through your own home and suddenly you don't quite know where your feet are? As if the floor feels foreign, as if your legs no longer belong to you. I've seen that look so many times, the startled eyes of someone realizing, for the first time, that proprioception, our sixth sense, is quietly slipping away. George, 81, a former Navy pilot, came to me wearing worn-out loafers. He said, "I flew an F for Phantom across the Pacific without looking at the dashboard, and now I have to stare at my feet just to walk from the living room to the kitchen. I'm afraid I'm becoming a stranger in my own home." I didn't give him medication or machines. I drew an imaginary straight line on the floor and told him, "Walk as if you were on an aircraft carrier again, heel of one foot touching the toes of the other, slowly." He chuckled softly, like walking on a tightrope. I nodded, "Exactly. Walking the tightrope of aging." For weeks later, he sent me a video, a short clip filmed on his phone, walking heel to toe down the hallway, not touching the wall, holding a full cup of coffee without spilling a drop. Caption: "I found my wings again." A study from Pittsburgh measured it clearly. From age 65 to 80, proprioception declines by 25%. But after just 8 weeks of heel-to-toe walking, dynamic balance improves by 19%, and confidence walking in crowds or on uneven ground returns almost to youthful levels. But my favorite part in the numbers. It's the moment their eyes light up as they realize, I still know where my feet are. I'm still flying this plane. Today you just need 10 to 15 clear steps of floor space. Stand tall, look forward, place the heel of one foot lightly against the toes of the other, and walk slowly like you're crossing an invisible tightrope linking your past and your future. If you wobble, hold the wall, it's okay. The tightrope is still there, waiting. Try it right now, just 10 steps. You lines hear a whisper rising from your feet to your brain. We are still here. We still remember the way home. Then comment and tell me, on your final step, what were you thinking about? I want to hear the story of your tightrope. Aging doesn't make you lose your way. Sometimes it just asks you to walk slower and walk true. You know, once we cross the age of 75, life becomes a bit like an old, withered book. The pages may be yellowed, but the story is still there, waiting for us to keep writing. As Dr. David Nguyen, with over 35 years of practicing medicine in California, I've seen countless patients, Vietnamese Americans, Asian Americans, European Americans, all sharing the same deep fear, losing their independence. They walk every day, count their steps on an app, thinking that's enough. But then, one small fall, while picking up a dropped towel, stepping over a doorway, pulls them into a spiral of hospitals, medications, and dependence. Walking is wonderful for the heart, for the mind, but it's not enough to fight the quiet erosion of time, shrinking muscles, brittle bones, slower reflexes, unstable balance. That's why today, on the Everyday Vital Path channel, I'm sharing 6 simple exercises, no equipment needed, just 15 minutes a day, but powerful enough to change the course of your life. Let's revisit them, like old companions. First, the single leg stand, the king of fall prevention, lowering your risk by up to 43%, helping you stand strong like an ancient tree in the wind. Then the wall push, awakening your fast-reacting muscles while being gentle on tired joints. Standing hip circles, opening the door to flexibility and guarding you from deadly sideways falls. The chair sit to stand without using your hands, restoring your autonomy in everyday life, from the toilet to the dinner table. Farmer carries, walking slowly with weight, strengthening your grip, building bone density, helping you carry your grocery bags without relying on your kids. And finally, heel-to-toe walking, awakening your sixth sense, giving your brain a precise map of where your feet are in space. These exercises are not burdens. They are reminders that aging is not an ending. It's an opportunity for renewal. I remember an 82-year-old patient, a retired carpenter from San Diego, who started with only 3 of these exercises. He trembled at first, but after 6 months, he sent me a video of himself driving out to go fishing again, grinning ear to ear. I'm myself again. Science strongly supports this. Studies from the UK, Germany, and the US show these exercises increase strength by 28 to 40%, reduce early mortality risks, and rebuild confidence. More importantly, they teach us to listen to our own bodies, to the quiet signals that simple walking alone cannot touch. The deepest lesson I've learned after decades in practice: age does not take away strength. Neglect does. We often think, I'm old now, I should rest, but in truth, the body needs challenge to stay alive. Apply to life today. Start small. Integrate these exercises into your routine. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. Do wall pushes while waiting for your coffee. Circle your hips before bed. Be consistent. Track your progress. And remember, every second you invest is a gift to your future self. Whether you're 50 or 70, take action today so that old age becomes not a burden, but a journey of peace and independence. Now, I want to ask you something simple. Among these 6 exercises, which one do you think will change your life the most, and why? Please share your thoughts politely in the comments so others can learn from you as well. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Everyday Vital Path to support us and give us motivation to create more meaningful, insightful content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.